Hello everyone, welcome to this month's Feel Good Suffolk webinar. There's going to be a slightly different theme to the month. We're going to be looking at the Feel Good Suffolk website. We generally try and focus on different aspects of Feel Good Suffolk each month. And I'd like to introduce my colleagues Jenna and Julie, who'll be talking you through the Feel Good Suffolk website with a particular emphasis on the professional part of the site. As always, I hope you enjoy the content this month. We'd love to hear your feedback and also any suggestions for future content. And there'll be a reminder of the email address to use at the end of this webinar. And any questions you have about the Feel Good Suffolk service. And if you'd like to order any promotional materials and information as well, please do use that mailbox. But I'd now like to hand over to Julie and Jenna, who will, as I say, be focusing very much on the Feel Good Suffolk website this month. So over to you. Thank you.
Hello, I'm going to start. So my name's Jenna Ingemels. I'm the Health Behaviours Project Lead at Suffolk County Council. Part of my main responsibility is looking after and developing the Feel Good Suffolk website. So hopefully you will have seen the Feel Good Suffolk website by now and made use of some of the information that's on there and used the self-referral form. But if not, I'm just going to share my screen and we'll just take a quick look at it together. So, Feel Good Suffolk website, feelgoodsuffolk.co.uk. This is the digital front door to the Feel Good Suffolk service. So on this website, we host a lot of information and signposting around services to stop smoking, be more active, and manage a healthy weight. We also host the self-referral form on this website, which you as healthcare professionals can also make good use of. So some of the information that we have on the website can be easily accessed from our front page. We have a welcome video for anybody that's not too familiar with the service to talk a little bit around what the service does, how you can access support through it, and what to expect from a self-referral should you make one. The main areas that we cover for information are around stop smoking, be active and healthy weight. But we also include information for children, young people and families, information on how to access an NHS health check, and some behavioural change information around how you can make a positive change and how you can manage your own behaviour change journey, whatever that looks like for you. Julie will be talking a little bit about some of our news and blogs features that we have on the website, but this is a new feature that we've only recently added. But I'll leave that for Julie to talk about because she's going to go into a little bit more detail on that. And then at the bottom of the page, we've got our access to the actual self-referral form itself, the Find Support space. As a healthcare professional, you can access the self-referral space either through the front page, through Find Support here, or through this dedicated healthcare professional space that we have on the website. So this space is for healthcare professionals to give an understanding of what a referral Feel Good Suffolk service could potentially look like. We have information here on this bit, how to use this service as a healthcare professional. So this is aimed primarily at anybody who wants to make a professional referral into the Feel Good Suffolk service. And there's some important information to note here that I'll just pop up and draw your attention to. So Suffolk-based practices and all pharmacies that are not based within Waverley have two options to refer into the Feel Good Suffolk service. You can either use the self-referral link, which is available on various points in this website and down the bottom, which we'll go and have a look at in a minute, or you can use a specific form, which is housed in System 1. So this form is now available from the Community Referral folder in DXF and is called Feel Good Suffolk. So this is a specific form that you can access from your own system to make a referral into our service. If you're a practice based in Waverley, the route for you to refer into the service is through the self-referral form, and the link is just here. We talk a bit on the healthcare professionals page around the eligibility criteria. So this is an important section to have a look at when you're sat with a patient and you're wondering whether a referral into Feel Good Suffolk is the most appropriate way for them. You can pop these boxes open and see what the eligibility criteria is for referring somebody in. So hopefully this is clear. We've tried to make it as clear as possible, but we're always absolutely open to feedback and would welcome any thoughts around how we've laid this eligibility criteria out. Is it helpful for you? Is it helpful when you're sitting with a patient and they ask if they're eligible for a referral into our service? Does this give you kind of a clear steer as to what we're asking for before a referral is made? I want to have a quick look at the self-referral form. Okay, so this is what our self-referral form looks like. When you access the form from the Feel Good Suffolk website, it will bring you into this space. So our self-referral platform is hosted by Access Elemental, and they provide our self-referral form that we use. So you can make one of three choices for supporting somebody to access a self-referral. In fact, I think you can click more than one. Yes, you can. So if you're looking for somebody, if you're looking to refer somebody who would like to manage their weight, quit smoking, you can click both of those things and then register their details here. So I put test in for a lot of this because we don't want to fill in a complete form now. But this is what our self-referral form looks like if you've not used one before. It's fairly simple. You're given an option here to select the GP practice. And we've also got a new feature here, which is the NHS number if known, and then a link to helping somebody find their NHS number if they don't know it. This is not a mandatory box. If they do not know it, you can still make that referral in, but we are giving some support to try and help people locate their NHS number if they haven't done already. And then we've got a free text box here where we ask for as much information as possible around the reason for the referral and around some of the things that your patient would like to share with us. It's important to note that for weight management or physical activity support, we do ask for the current weight and height of anybody that you're referring in. So once you've completed that, it's fairly quick to do. You can just register their details here and then create that referral, and that will come over to us in the Feel Good Suffolk self-referrals inbox and be picked up by a Feel Good Suffolk advisor. There is, to draw your attention to this, a link to our Feel Good Suffolk privacy policy. So this is also available on the Feel Good Suffolk website, but it's a useful thing to know because in that privacy policy there are all of the details should your patient wish to stop the referral or have their data removed from our system. There are all of the contact details in there if they decide they would no longer like to proceed and they would like to have their details removed from our system. So it's a bit of a whistle-stop tour of what the self-referral form looks like. I'll just back to the main website itself. So we are absolutely always looking for feedback on this site. It's very much a work in process, and Julie will talk you through a little bit more around some of the updates that we've done recently and some of the things that we would like to do on this site in future. But as I say, work in progress, and we are very, very open to any sort of feedback or comments or thoughts you have on how we could develop this or on how we could better display the information for when you're talking to a patient and they want to know a little bit more about what we're offering. The final thing I'll draw your attention to just before I hand over to Julie is about us and facts, and you can find that in the footer. This is a really good section which basically tells you everything you need to know about what to expect when you make a referral into Feel Good Suffolk. So there's lots of popped up boxes that give good information around what patients and clients can expect should they refer into our service. There's also some information around how people can make a self-referral. So people can either self-refer or be referred in by a healthcare professional. What to expect if you make a referral into Feel Good Suffolk, how long will it take before you're contacted by an advisor, what services we're not able to provide, and how I can make a referral on behalf of somebody else. There's a lot of great information on this website. It's well worth a look if you haven't done already. But yeah, please do get in touch with us at the email that Chris is going to provide at the end of this webinar. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear particularly around anything that you're not seeing on this healthcare professional page. Get in touch and we'll see what we can do to get something built and put in place for you that gives you the kind of information that you need. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to pass over to Julie.
Hello, I'm Julie Chapman. I'm Project Manager at Suffolk County Council, and I work on the website and developing content. We've had a really exciting year, and it's been really great to be involved in developing this wonderful service and being part of such an exciting project. We've had such an exciting year developing the content and then bringing in kind of changes more recently. We've been refreshing the look of the site. We've been looking at the content of the site. We want to streamline some of that. There's lots of information on there. And perhaps we could do some kind of cutting down of that. I think there's various different things that we are aware of and that we'd like to do. But what we want to do is to create a website that is suitable to the people of Suffolk. This needs to be something that is locally focused. So we need people's opinions and we need that feedback. So really do kind of encourage you to get in contact with us and let us know. Some of the other things that we've done to kind of help with that kind of local focus is putting in this translate feature that we have that helps with which is accessibility, which is so important. There are so many kind of groups that might not be able to access the site because English is a second language. We've put the 5 most spoken languages in Suffolk on the website so that it can be translated. So that was another thing that we did, changing the look and the feel of the site so that it is the colour contrasts are a little kind of friendlier. Also helped for neurodiversity. We're kind of looking at other changes when it comes to those kind of issues. But one of the features that really excited me this year was adding the blog feature, because that helps to really focus in on specific health issues. It helps to focus in on communities and on success stories. We're going to be posting the next blog is going to be posted about the wellbeing walks, for example, which is, I know, a real kind of part of people's lives in Suffolk. So a real case study on that. And I suppose that's the point. It gives us a chance to have a look at what people are doing and how people are achieving. As a service, we're beginning to get people coming through that have been through the service and whose lives have been changed by it. So we're really looking forward to being able to celebrate those voices and to kind of share the work that we've been doing. Moving forward, I think the key kind of development focus for us is to bring those behaviour change principles more into the forefront and into focus. Small changes, understanding, who you are, what you're capable of, what opportunities you've got around you, and what motivates you actually helps then to kind of change your behaviour. So we're really wanting to kind of develop that going forward into the future. Just as a kind of a quick headline, we've got some downloadable booklets and resources that will be coming soon, which help to focus on that behaviour change, but also help to empower people to begin their journey. And I suppose that's the kind of the final headline, really. Everything that we do on that site is about empowering people and giving people the self-efficacy that they need. So any suggestions, any thoughts, any kind of feedback, we would be more than kind of grateful for you to get in contact. I do believe that Chris will be sharing a professionals questionnaire. It's just very short, It'll take you 2 minutes to do, to give us your thoughts on the website and anything that's missing that you'd like to see, etc. Yeah, and that's it from me.
So I just want to say a huge thank you to Jenna and Julie for presenting this month's webinar. I hope you found it really interesting. You know more about the website and some of the further developments that are to come. As Julie just mentioned, there will be the questionnaire coming out, so please do fill that, and we'd really like to know your feedback. And there's a reminder of our general email address at the end of this webinar as well for any other questions or topics you'd like to see in future editions. So thank you very much, everyone, and thanks for watching.